So, first question I'm going to do with you today is I'm going to do a, I'm sorry, that's not working. I'm going to do a fraction question. The fraction question is going to have PEMDAS in it. Okay? There we go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do some multiplication here, right? So I'm going to have 3 over 11. Okay, 3 over 11 on the outside. Then we're going to have 4 sevenths plus 2 fifths divided by, let me see what would be a good one, 5 over 8. Now guys, this is a question here, it's a difficult question. Now what it's called is, you should remember something called PEMDAS. Now PEMDAS means the following. You have to do what's in the brackets first. So this means we have to do what's in here first. Second thing, once we've decided what we're doing first, we got to do exponents. What are exponents again? Yes?
To the power of 2.
To the power of anything and square root signs, yeah? Is there any to the power of 2s or square root signs there? No. What about multiplication? There is, but it's outside the brackets. What about division?
Yeah.
Now, we got to divide first. So our first question is this one here. It's 2 fifths divided by 5 eighths. Now, how do you divide 2 fifths by 5 eighths? Arson?
Flip 5 eighths upside down.
Flip 5 eighths upside down. And we're going to get 16 over 25. Now we have 3 11ths multiplied by 4 sevenths plus 16 over 5. Now here's the hard part, alright? What you have to do now is, this number is quite an awkward number, I'm not going to lie, it's an awkward number, okay? So, how do you add fractions, can I tell me? What you need to add fractions? Sean?
Have the same number on the bottom.
You gotta have the same number on the bottom. So what number will 7 and 25 divide into? Probably best just to multiply them by each other, is it? Yes?
35.
No, because that's 25, not 35. So 5 carry the 3. Lads, 175 will do us both. So, what we're doing now is we're doing 4 sevens plus 16 over 25. Okay, how do we turn 7 into 175? Yeah.
Multiplied by
25 top and bottom. And how do you turn 25 into 175?
multiplied by 7.
Top and bottom. Okay, now we're going to multiply this out. We're going to get 100 over 175 plus 7 times 16. 102 over 105. And what's the answer then? 2 divided by 175. Okay, so this whole thing, this whole bracket system has now changed into what? It's now changed into 202 over 175. Now, unfortunately, I just had to make this question up on the top of my head. So, usually they'd strike off really easy. Might not be the case this time. So, does 3 go into 175? Doesn't at all. So, what we're going to be left with here is we're going to be left with 606 because I multiplied that one by that one. And what's on the bottom then? Anybody know? 11 times 175 is what, guys? Yes, Harry? So this here wasn't 202, it was 212 over 175. So the full thing turns into 212 over 175. Thanks, Harry. Now that that's done, okay, we're going to multiply everything in. So what's 3 times 212? 636. And then 11 by 175? 5. Go fish. 1925. And look, that guys, that's your answer. It's not, you'll get a much easier version of that in your answer, right? We're going to do PEMDAS again. However, this time in PEMDAS, what we're going to do is we're going to do just something a bit easier, okay? So if I gave you something like this, Okay, somebody tell me how to do this one. Connor.
To use the exponents here, so 7 by 7 on the
Yeah,
left-hand
so
side.
3 by 49 plus,
Plus 4 by
what's this mean? Yes, 6. And what do we get here? 3 times 49, Stephen?
is 147.
And this one here?
That's 24.
Add them together?
171.
171. Yes, Luca. Okay, perfect. Alright guys, are you happy enough in your equations? Now I'm going to do one easy and one hard. Okay, well actually, technically speaking, they might both be considered to be hard. So, just give me a second here. So I can work in here. Now, guys, this one here I'm going to do now, okay? I did this I was doing a grind with a first year from a different school the other night, and this is a good one to do. So 3x minus 2 plus 1 equals, minus 3 into 2x plus 1 equals 2 bracket x plus 1. Okay, how do we do this?
What is this? Simplify.
Solve. Are some simplified questions now. I'm going to do this while I'm here. This is a solved question. Why is it a solved question? Because it has an equal sign or it'll have an answer. A simplified question could look something like this, Orson. A simplified question could look something like this. And for the simplified question, for example, I'm going to do the simplified question for you. The simplified question will look like this. 15x minus 10 plus 16x minus 8. 15 plus 16? 31x minus 18. Simplify answer has no x equals at the end.
Because it's minus 3. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, now that's a simplified question done. Here's a solved question, much different. So, Stephen, 15x minus what?
Minus 10.
10 plus 1.
Plus 1 minus 6.
Yeah. X.
Minus
Minus 3, good man, equals?
equals 2x plus 2.
Okay, bring the x's to one side.
So it's
I prefer to tidy first, so I'll tell you what I mean by tidy is I like to get them all down. So what's 15x minus 6x?
minus
9x. Minus 10 plus 1?
minus 9.
Minus 9. Minus 9 minus 3?
Minus 12.
Minus 12 equals 2x plus 2. Bring the 2x over this side.
9x minus 7x.
So we're going to get 9x minus 2x.
7x plus 12 plus 2.
Yep. And what do we have here? 7x equals 14. X equals 2. Okay. Yes, Sean.
On the test, it will say simplify.
It was sorry, question 15 on page 73. Now, this one here is something like this: x plus 4 over 3 minus x plus 2 all over 4 equals 7 over 6. Can anybody remember what's step 1? Connor?
Find the common denominator.
Find the common denominator. Now what I tend to do is I pick the biggest one and count up. So it's going to be 6, 12, 18. Do the other two numbers divide equally into any of those three numbers?
Yes.
12, correct? Now turn everything into 12s. How do you turn 3 into 12s? 4 top and bottom. Now, the mistake most people make is they put the 3 at the back. Now, if you're really smart, you won't make this mistake. But what happens is, see the way this now becomes a minus 3. That's where the mistake gets made, okay? So be aware of that. Especially when it's a minus sign. When it's a plus sign, it's not as bad. Now, multiply out, what happens? 16. What about this one here? Minus 3x.
Minus 6.
Minus 6. All over? 12 equals? Over? What can happen to both sides? Why are you allowed to get rid of the 12s? Because there's an equal sign and both sides are being divided by the same number. 4x minus 3x, 16 minus 6, 10 equals 14. And then finally, bring the 10 over to your side, x equals 14 minus 10, x equals 4. Okay. Factorize. I will do them. Factorize the following, okay? We'll go for, oh yeah, I have an idea. I'm just gonna do this here. So xz minus yz plus, oh yeah, xm minus ym. Factorize. Sorry, who's starting the front? Joey?
We're just going to two lines saying the first, split into two parts.
So what can you take out of the first one?
You take out the choose x and y.
Take out the z. And then what are you left with?
X minus y.
X minus y. Multiply it back out. Does it turn back into xz minus yz?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the next one?
Yeah. So n, we get n.
Into?
X minus y.
X minus y. What's your answer?
Z plus n.
Into?
X minus y.
X minus y. Well done. Okay. Good man. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you another question. A factorized question really quickly does it. Okay. In this question here, what you have is there's a factorize and there's a solve question. Now let me show you the difference between the factorize and the solve question. Okay, I should also, I'm going to show you three different questions. X squared minus 5x plus 6. The solved version is x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Let's start off with part 1. Okay guys, how do we do this? Yes, Sean.
Reference number is 3.
6. It's the first number multiplied by the last number.
Oh, sorry, 6.
And what you get?
2, 3.
And they both have to be?
Right.
So the answer here is x minus 2, x minus 3. Or x minus 3, x minus 2. The solved question will have you going this far. And how would you finish off the solved question, Ryan? Laying each number. X minus 2 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0. Then finish it off.
X equals 2 and x equals 3.
Okay, that's your first type of quadratic. Here's your second type. I'm going to make a list of special numbers. What are these numbers? Sorry? Squares. Now, you mentioned the word prime number. Prime numbers are numbers that can only be divided by themselves and the number 1. 1 doesn't count. So it's 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5, 7. Why would 9 not be included? 3 multiplied with 3 is 9. So that's what prime numbers are. Numbers whose divisors or factors are only itself and the number 1. Okay. Now guys, look at this. I'm going to make a question, right? I'm going to make 2 questions in fact. X squared minus 49. And then I'm going to do a solved question, which is going to be x squared minus 36 equals 0. Who knows how to answer this? Harry?
So it's x squared minus 7 squared.
X squared minus 7 squared?
X minus 7, x plus 7.
X minus 7, x plus 7, same thing. Okay. Jake, do the second one for me. X squared minus?
7 squared? No, 6 squared.
6 squared. Then we have?
X plus 7, x plus 6, x minus 6.
Yeah.
Then you blame the numbers.
Blame the numbers, yeah.
You put them to the side, x equals minus 6, x plus 6.
Good man, alright guys, you look like you're doing good revision here. Now, purposely going to try and trip you up here. Wonder who'll get it and who won't get it. Let's see if I can catch us out. Factorize and therefore solve this one. Okay. Harry reckons he knows it. I'm just going to see if anybody else knows it. Orson.
Is it 9?
This one?
9 squares?
9 squared x? No.
Where is it?
Go again. Harry, you get on this for me. How'd you do it?
You put X and then bracket X plus 81.
Don't let that 81 throw you off. Because it has an x beside it, you can't do what I was talking about earlier. Okay? Now, what about the next one? X bracket, x plus, x equals 0, or? Now guys, the last question I'm going to give you will really sell this point home. Look at this. X squared minus 81. We already did it today. And what about this one? X squared minus 81x. Connor, take the left one. How did you do the left one?
X squared minus 9 squared.
Dan?
X minus 9 plus X.
Same thing, okay? And what about this one here, Luca?
So it's X bracket X plus 81.
Sorry, x minus 81. Perfect. Yeah, if it was a solved question, yeah. So, do you see the difference now? They look exactly the same, but one little difference means a completely different question. Sean, factorize 4x squared plus 24x. What can you take out in common here?
4x.
You ain't going to get anything more complicated than that, Orson.
What if it was a solved question and it equals 0?
And then if that was a solved question and it equals 0,
1, 0.
okay. So what Orson's asked me to do next is, if that was a number that wasn't 0, let's say for example 16, yeah? You'd have to take it over the other side and do a standard quadratic equation. Is that right? Alright guys, I think I really need to get on to... guys, look at this simultaneous equation here. 3x plus 2y equals 7. X minus 3y equals minus 5. I can do this two ways. I can choose to get rid of x's, or I can choose to get rid of y's. I'm going to get rid of the y's. I look at both of the numbers that come in front of the y's. They're 2 and 3. What's the lowest common multiple between the two of them? 6. I want to turn them both into 6's. Multiply the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2. So what happens is we're going to get 9x plus 6y equals 21. We're going to get 2x minus 6y equals minus 10. What do we get when we add them downwards? Connor?
11x minus 11x.
0, yeah?
Yeah, equals minus 11.
No, 21, 11. And then x equals 1. Now lads, if x equals 1, Raphael, you also need to find the y value out. So we're going to replace x with 1. Which equation? It doesn't matter which one you use. Once you use one of them. So we're going to use A. 3 times 1 plus 2y equals 7. Bring the 3 over to your side. 2y equals 7 minus 3. 2y equals 4. Y equals 2. Okay. Let's begin. All 80 members of the club voted to elect the president. There are only 2 candidates, Anne and Brian. Anne beat Brian by 20 votes. Let X be the number of votes Anne received and Y the number of votes Brian received. So here's what I'm going to ask you. Okay? How many votes were there in total?
8.
So this equation is going to be called the number of votes. What's the number of votes Anne got again?
20.
X. What's the number of votes Brian received? Y. X plus Y equals 80. Okay? Now, Anne's votes. Anne beat Brian by 20. How did you do that then?
8x.
X minus Y, the number of votes Anne got, take away the number of votes Brian got, equals 20. Okay, so we've done part 1 and part 2. Solve your equations. Add them downwards, and what do we get? X equals 50. And if x equals 50, y must equal 30. 50 people voted for Anne. Okay guys. Now, moving on. A rectangle has a width. So guys, a rectangle. Rectangles have different widths and different lengths. The width is x. What is the length? 4 centimeters longer. X plus 4. Now guys, some people put down 4x. What would 4x actually mean? 4 times longer. Okay, that's brilliant. Now, write an expression in x for the area of the rectangle. What is the area of a rectangle? Length multiplied by? Which is going to be x multiplied by x plus 4, which is going to be? Okay, and what do we know about the area of the rectangle? Equals 21. How do we solve this? Bring over 21. Quadratic equation. What two numbers will multiply together to give you the reference number of minus 21? Plus 7 minus 3, because it's plus 4 in the middle. Now guys, it's alright. X plus 7, x minus 3 equals 0. What's the two answers then? X equals 3 or x equals minus 7. Which number doesn't make sense? Why doesn't minus 7 make sense, Luca? I can't say my width is minus 7 centimeters. Alright guys.